Japan plans to export the Maritime Self-Defense Force destroyer to Indonesia, said the Yomiuri Shimbun, after studying it from sources related to the governments of the two countries. If this is realized, this is the first time Japan has exported destroyers, and it is hoped that it will become Japan's largest export of Alutsista. This move is also likely to advance the development of Japan's free and open Indo-Pacific vision. Destroyers that may be exported to Indonesia include the 30FFM, frigate-ed, which Japan plans to start operating in 2022. These destroyers can perform various functions such as removing mines using unmanned aircraft. Indonesia has informed Japan that it wants to import 4 ships and build 4 more in Indonesia through technology transfer. The project is expected to be worth around 300 billion yen. The Indonesian government is working to strengthen its naval strength by keeping a close eye on Chinese ships sailing in the Exclusive Economic Zone (EEZ) near the Natuna Islands in the South China Sea. The Japanese government believes that the destroyer export will serve as a warning to China and bring stability to the surrounding waters. Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga visited Indonesia in late October 2020 and agreed with Indonesian President Joko Widodo to continue talks on a bilateral agreement on defense equipment and technology transfer to allow Japan to export defense equipment. Senior officials from MSDF visited Indonesia in late September 2020 with officials from Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Limited, a major producer of the destroyer 30FFM. On Monday, September 11, 2020, the defense ministers of the two countries held a video conference. Japan has 3 principles of transfer of defense equipment and technology in which exports of Alutsista are limited to those that contribute to national peace or security. On this basis, the government will hold talks with Indonesia regarding the export of destroyers. Indonesia has also received proposals from Italian shipbuilding companies and has stated its intention to decide on a contractor after considering prices and participation of domestic companies. In August 2020, the Japanese government allowed the export of its air defense radar to the Philippines, the first export of its defense equipment. It also proposed exports to Vietnam, Malaysia and India, believing the expansion of sales channels is important to safeguard the domestic defense industry. The 30FFM is a Japanese multi-mission frigate in development for the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force (JMSDF). In 2015, the Japanese defense budget allocated funds to study the construction of a new compact-type hull destroyer with additional multi-functional capabilities as well as a new radar system for the destroyer. In the same year, Mitsubishi Heavy Industries (MHI) unveiled the frigate's first concept model, 30FF, which they have been developing with their own funds. In August 2017, the Acquisition, Technology and Logistics Agency (ATLA) selected MHI and Mitsui Engineering and Shipbuilding as the prime contractor and subcontractor to construct the frigate. In addition, the agency also selected a completely new design of the vessel, 30DX. The new ship is set to replace the Asagiri-class destroyer and a Bukuma-class destroyer escort. Construction of the 30DX is to begin in 2018. A total of 22 units is planned by 2032 and 8 are currently under contract, a pair to be built each year. The original design to be used was the 30FF model. The ship's design looks similar to the Freedom-class littoral combat ship with an integrated mast. Its armament included a 5.54 caliber Mark 45 gun, 2 remote weapon stations between the bridge and main gun, a sea-ram above the helicopter hangar, and a helicopter. The length of the vessel is 120 meters, with a max beam of 18 meters, and displacement of about 3,000 metric tons. It would be able to reach 40 knots and accommodate a crew of about 100. However, the 30DX model was later chosen to be constructed. The 30DX design, although modern, is more conservative compared to the 30FF's more radical approach. The 3 main factors for the design change is due to the need for affordability, miniaturization, automation, and multi-mission capabilities. The vessel has an overall length of 130 meters, breadth of 16 meters, a standard displacement of 3,900 tons with a full load displacement of about 5,500 tons, and a maximum speed of over 30 knots. Weapons include a Mk-45 gun, 2 remote weapon station above the bridge, 16 Mk-41 VLS at the bow, 8 anti-ship missiles, 1 Sea-Ram, an SH-60L helicopter, torpedoes, and decoy launchers. It can also deploy and recover UUV, USV, and sea mines from the rear ramp beneath the helideck. It is also expected to use a naval version of the Type 03 Chusam. The stealthy design of both models is based on the research and development from the Mitsubishi X2 Shinshin, then ATDX, stealth fighter technology demonstrator, as both platforms are designed by Mitsubishi Heavy Industries. Along with stealth capabilities, the frigate also emphasizes on having a high level of automation. This allows the frigate to possess a low crew size of only 90 personnel compared to other ships of similar size. The frigates will be powered by a Rolls-Royce MT-30 gas turbine. The overall design of the 30DX is to achieve a frigate-sized vessel with the capabilities similar to the Akizuki-class destroyer. At Sea Air Space 2019, Mitsubishi Heavy Industries revealed Advanced Integrated CIC for the vessel. According to the report, it combined wheelhouse, managing and situational awareness room, engine and power control room, and combat information center with a large 360-degree circular screen wall. It can display panoramic views around the ship without a blind spot on the screen, and also utilized the augmented reality technology to discriminate the objects and navigate the ship. Both frigate designs has been showcased in 4 naval exhibitions to attract potential export customers. The 30FF has been shown in Pacific 2015 as a contender for Australian Navy's SEA 5000 ASW frigate program and in Sea Air Space 2017. The 30DX design has been shown in Sea Air Space 2018, as well as 2019, and Euronaval 2018. Japan plans to export 4 destroyers to Indonesia, and another 4 will be built in Indonesia under 300 billion yen contract. KRIFATAHILLAH 361 from the ranks of the Co-Armada 2 Escort a ship unit, gunnery exercise targeting Killer Tomato in the Java Sea. Previously, the ability of KRI Fatehillah was tested by Sukhoi Indonesian Air Force fighter aircraft, on August 27, 2020. At that time, the sound of alarm was heard loudly as a danger signal at the Marine Fleet Main Base, Makassar. During the war games, KRI Fatehillah was shocked by a sudden attack from a Russian-made fighter jet, Sukhoi at the breakwater pier at the V main base of the Makassar Navy, South Sulawesi. Sukhoi fighter jets appeared suddenly when KRI Fatehillah 361 was carrying out Operation Karis Sakti 20 under the operational control of the Fleet's 2nd Fleet Command Marine Security Group. Faced with the sudden attack, the KRI Fatehillah troops immediately took their positions to counterattack. The combat action began. KRI Fatehillah Soldier 361 immediately carried out tracing against the Sukhoi fighter jet. The air defense cannons at KRI Fatehillah 361 were directly aimed at the target of the attackers. Sukhoi jets were also targeted by the KRI Fatehillah attack which flew over them. Furthermore, KRI Fatehillah Soldiers 361 carried out tactical communication with Sukhoi fighter jet soldiers. This means that the former NATO warship can communicate with Russian-made Sukhoi fighters. KRIFATAHILLAH 361 was also involved in a joint mine warfare exercise in the north waters of the Java Sea and the APBS Surabaya West cruise line at the end of August 2020. In this exercise, KRI Fatehillah also carried out a series of other exercises including com check, flag hoist, RAS approach, mine laying, mine hunting, and mine sweeping,